Hey, wapendi. You guys have pulled me back to here. Oh my God, I didn't think or imagine that today, specifically, I'll be doing this. I'm so grateful that I'm actually doing it out of love and for you guys. You have requested me to cover this specific topic that we discussed about yesterday in our group, and I've decided to do it for us because I feel like if you guys succeed, it is a win-win. It is not a competition. We are doing this for all of us. It is not just for you. It is not just for the other person or the other person. It's for all of us. So thank you so much for the people who've come back and appreciated for the information that I've given you. And I'm looking forward to actually working with you in this journey. Like, I want to see you guys here in Australia. I want to see you guys go to the other countries. You'll be happy, you know. You'll be happy to actually enjoy the labor versus, you know, the fruits. Anyway, we are talking about the agents, educational agents. You guys asked me to do this for you, na nilisema naenda kukua very frank and open. I want you guys to be in a space where you understand that the world is going so fast, and the intention for these different people and agents and companies and organizations, most of us, most of these people are doing the businesses outside here for their sake. I know there's so many genuine agents, you know, they're very good with well-known names. We all know that. Wako wengi sana. But now the thing is where their interests come first before what actually your interests are. So for you guys who are looking forward to coming to Australia, welcome so much. And if you're coming to South Australia, trust me, I'll be picking you up from the airport. I'll be picking you up from the airport. I'm actually sitting outside the office. It is just a lounge with all these sort of things. So you should not be distracted. Listen, don't be distracted with it. But it actually is very good information and knowledge that we've painted outside here with. It's all talking about conflict, bullying, you know, making decisions, situation, you know, managing your anger, just all those sort of good things we can talk about. Anyway, back to the main point. My dear, if you guys are coming to Australia, and I'll be talking specifically about Australia, because this is where we sort of like put the main focus on, because that is actually or basically what I know about. If you guys are coming here, we have said there's so many different visas, right? There's so many different visas in this country. But with the where we sit today as a country, you know, as a Kenyan, as a community back there, we don't, okay, it is not going to be so easy for us to kind of just get all this sort of visa. It will be difficult with that, you know, especially in terms of finances and all that. We were saying we are not very privileged as most of other people from, you know, very developed countries when it comes to coming here to Australia. And what I want you guys to understand is this. I want you to understand that as we've discussed previously, coming to Australia as a student is the easiest way. Yes, it's expensive. We've agreed that. We've talked about the money and all the things. But the problem might come when it comes to you choosing an agent. You need to get an agent that will put your focus first before their interest. They understand this is a student, they need to get to good university, they need to get to good courses, they need to, you know, to understand you. They need to know to direct you where specifically is beneficial in terms of states. We have states which are different with different rules. We have state government here. You need to know, or they need to get you to information to understand, to making decisions that are good for you. Anyway, my people, I have told you previously, and I will say this again. There are some agents that will charge you expensive they will deliver, and they're good. That's fine. There's some agents that will not ask you even for any fees and all that, and they will still deliver. That is fine. Today we are not talking about those agents. We are talking about the other agents that actually can mess you up. They can frustrate the process. They can put you into very difficult situation, especially when you get here or maybe during the process. These are the agents that we are talking about. I don't know if you guys want me to use Swahili or English, but whichever way, I know you guys should understand, because if you're planning to come to Australia, you should be very prepared to be speaking English like as much as you can. Anyway, so when it comes to these other agents, you know, they can shit on you. They will give you malicious information. They will lie to you. They will deliberately put you into a mess. And before you realize this, you'll be out of control. I've told you previously, I know people who've lost their money while doing this process. They've lost millions of money. They trusted an agent. The agent was looking all sort of a good agent that you can think about, and then boom, things go south. During my time, I remember when I was doing my process, I definitely had some friends and other colleagues that we were doing the process together. Some of them until today, they've never come to Australia. It has been that hard. I know of some that lost their money in the process. And you know what? These people, they will con you the money. These people, they will put you into shit. And they will still walk freely in the street of Nairobi, in the street of Eldoret. They will still walk with a peace. No one will caution them. So you people, you need to be very clever, because they will mess you up and they will still retain their freedom. These agents are there. The one who will mess up you in form of money. Alafu, we have other agents. The one who will put you into situation or into visas or into university that they benefit from. They will get you into a university, into a course, because they know they have big commission for themselves. So there are also these sort of agents, and you need to understand when they're giving you the processes, when they're telling you the procedure, what is their interest. When you go into that car office, you're explaining your situation. Are they listening to you, or are they just giving you the ideas of what you can do? Yes, it is good. You definitely have to listen to them. You definitely have to listen what they're telling you, because you've never been here before. You don't know what to expect. You know they are the qualified and all that. But what is the motive and the intention of these guys behind the scene? If it is for the sake of the commission, or if it is for your interest and purpose. So you need to also know that. So when you go to an agent, make sure you have information. Make sure you know what you want. Don't go and get there and get so confused, and you don't have even an idea of what you want, and they can easily just pull you up and down, and finally you end up just settling into whatever they think or whatever they tell you is right. Because if things goes wrong, you'll come back to me, and you start complaining. So I've already told you in advance. Be very careful. We are walking this journey. Let it take time, but you need to make sure that you've done the right decision finally. You need to make sure that you're settling to whatever you wanted. You need to make sure that this is a dream that you've always wanted, that is coming to unfold before your eyes. Don't rush. If you haven't known exactly what you want, this is a time for you to kind of just reflect and think, and do a research, find out, go on Google, check, ask people, join those live conversations that we have every day. Make sure that you're learning before you proceed and get an agent. Make sure you know what exactly you want. And so I think the way forward from now, now that you understand that in the marketplace at the moment, the competition nowadays is not healthy, is not based in terms of who is doing what the best. Nowadays people are having different goals and their ambitions and whatever. Some people outside here took on their clients' money, and you guys have witnessed this, you guys have talked about this, we've discussed, you know, on our platform there, you know. So if you guys are coming to Australia, I want you to be very wise enough. Get on Google, find information about this country. Know different states, know different courses, know why is this a college, why is this a university, why is this an institute, why is this, you know, why, where can I find this course, you know, no sort of information. Ask people, talk to people, let it stick here, let it be in your head. When you're going into that office, you're going to meet the agent, have a little bit more than what they can even tell you. Some agent will tell you, you want to go to South Australia, no, go to Sydney. If you don't know anything about Sydney, you'll be like so excited, yes, I'm going to capital city and all, I'm going, I don't know to what, I'm going to the, you know, I'm going to big city. Guys, make sure you know information. Know why people want to go to specific cities, you know, unlike others. You need to find out. It should not just be about me now to come and tell you. Yes, nimewambia previously, I've told you that when it comes to visas, our aim is pathway to getting to citizenship. That is the main goal. So anything that is outside this, it might be so tiresome, it might be too much, and I don't want you guys to get into a space where you've actually come here, you've started your education, you've paid your school fees, you've worked very hard, you've not been sleeping, and then after all this, you need to restart everything again. Because if you come on a wrong visa, things will be so messed up eventually. So my dear, if you go to an agent, discuss with them about the, your main long purpose for coming to Australia. If you just want to come here and study and go, then that's fine. If you want to come here and make Australia your home, make sure you talk about this. Is this course that you're telling me, will it offer pathway to permanent residency? Will it offer pathway to employment? How likely? How, you know, talk about these things. Let your agent know that you're well informed enough about this country, because if you don't, they will take advantage of that. I'm talking about most of the agents will take advantage of that. I'm gossiping now. Some students, they've lost their money. Some students, they've come here, you know, with the wrong courses, very expensive universities, you know, with very long visas that actually they didn't even need. Because if you're studying for 7 years just to get to a bachelor's, whereas you could have done the same within 3 years, you know, it doesn't really add up when it comes to age and permanent residence. So you should be very careful, and you should know that one thing leads to the next. It's like a chain, it is linking. If you choose the wrong course, it will end it, you know, in the wrong way. If you choose the right course, it will end to the right way. So it is sort of like it's a link and a chain from, like, you know, this goes to that and that goes to this. So this is what we're talking about. Make sure you go there, you ask information about permanent residency, about what does it mean by rural, what does it mean by, you know, regional, what does it mean by grades, I don't know, city. Just talk about that so that to know where you stand. Okay, again, some agents, there's some people, I will give an example. I know during my time when I was doing this process, there's some students that I remember I even went to that specific agent, and he was telling me, oh, you just pay this specific money. It looked really cheap. Pay this specific money and I'll help you get education and all that. And I was sort of like, you know, I wasn't very sure about him. Anyway, I told my other friend I'm not going for this agent, but she actually ended up paying school fees and all that. And until today, as we're talking, she lost her money. She's never been to Australia. Her dad, who had sold, I don't know, a piece of land, became so frustrated. Now mental health and all that. You can imagine just an agent taking all that money that your parent has hustled or maybe sold something, a property, a family property thing, to bring you here. And now they've made you not to need to come here. You need to be very, very, very aware of this. And there's so many, there are very many agents in Kenya nowadays. They will lie to you. They will give you wrong ideas. Tukutaneni kwa group. Let's meet there and talk more now that we have an idea, because there's some people that have actually missed this. I've repeated this on several different discussions. We've talked about it, and there's some people who actually have missed this. So let's go back and have a discussion from our group and talk about it. What do you think? Let's meet there and talk. Guys, we agreed now we are family. I don't want you guys to lose money. I don't want you guys to lose your money. I don't want you guys to lose your vision. I've given you the information. We are always repeating ourselves up to 10 hours talking and discussing about this. We've now talked. I've told you, I've posted here. So that whenever you feel like you're forgetting, go and remind yourself. Familiarize yourself with this information whenever you're going to meet that agent. Let them know that you know that they can easily mess up with the process. Okay? Until next time, let's meet.